Happy Friday, friends! Obviously, I'm not in the building today, but I'm still with you to get you started on your work for today. We are continuing to work in Ableton. So we've done rhythms, beats, right? Then we did pitch and notes and scales. On Wednesday, we worked on chords, and today we're jumping right into bass lines. So where to find the assignment? I'm on your materials page for my class. I'm in block 2, but it's going to look exactly the same if you're in block 3 or in block 5. So here I go, week of May 24th, asynchronous time. Oh, that's not the right one. Day 2, there it is, play with bass lines. If for some reason you've missed play with chords, you can go back and start there. But I'm gonna assume that you're all caught up and we're starting with make bass lines. So if you click here, you can get started. It's gonna take you to page 1 of 7 for the bass lines, and there's 7 slides. And you're going to work your way through them. Take your time. You have all class to do this. I want you to listen to every song, talk about it with your pals. You're welcome to sit together in groups if you want to in the auditorium to move around the room and work on this together. It's fine with me if you talk when you're doing it, as long as you're talking about bass lines. When you get to the last page, this is the one that I need a screenshot of. So remember, back over here, I need to submit a screenshot in Schoology. This is the page I take a screenshot of. If you get confused, here is a link to it. Now, this is what's important. Oh, look at that mess. This is what's important to remember about bass lines, which you'll learn through the lesson, but I'm going to remind you of it now, is that bass lines are different than chords and melodies and beats. There's not a lot going on with a good bass line. A good bass line is very simple and it only has one note going at a time. For instance, if you look at all these columns going across, your final bass line should only have one note in each column at a time. So I'm just going to make an example here. Now, let me get my speaker so that you can hear it. Here we go. So this may not sound very pretty because I'm not taking a lot of time doing it, but if you notice, even though I'm doing several notes in a row, I'm never doing more than one at a time, stacking on top of each other. So let's listen and hear what this sounds like. So it's not amazing, but that really kind of sounds like a bass line. Whereas, let's see what would happen if we make it more complicated. See, I'm going to have lots of notes stacked up, which I know sometimes you guys like to make patterns when you do this. You're not necessarily thinking about what it's going to sound like. You just want to make it in the shape of a word, or you want to spell your name, or you want to make a smiley face, or you want to cover every note and see what it sounds like. Well, let's hear what this sounds like. Oh, that doesn't really sound like music. So let's not do that. Let's try to keep one note per column at the most to make an appropriate bass line. Okay, friends, once you have completed that and you take your screenshot and you submit it, you'll be able to work on makeup work or work for another class during the rest of your time. So I hope you have a great Friday, and I will see you on Wednesday. Bye!